Welcome everyone to episode 1 of the Leftover Fruits podcast, coming to you live from a car outside of a park, watching a softball game.
This is the best studio ever. We paid a lot of good money for this.
We've moved up in the world from a
room to a car.
Yep, an abandoned building to a car.
Oh man, there's been some interesting shit happening the past week, especially with this morning. Let's kick it off, shall we?
Yeah, you've been
with the Apple keynote.
I've been telling you not to tell me about it because you've been alluding to how bad it was.
Oh man, I don't even know where to begin. I did not watch the Apple keynote, but I looked at a lot of tweets on Twitter that were talking about the Apple event, and boy, were a lot of people pissed off and just amazed at how bad they did.
That seems like it's par for the course. Okay.
So let's start off with the basics. MacBook Pro got announced, and the price range is $1,600 to $2,400
for a laptop.
For a fucking laptop.
Okay.
What the fuck, Apple?
Okay. Well, I mean, okay, that's bad.
No. It gets worse.
It gets worse? Okay.
You know all those USB ports that you see on normal computers?
They're that Thunder connection or whatever the fuck, Lightning
connection?
connection?
There are only 2 connections. One for headphone jack and one for Lightning connection.
I knew it.
That's it.
I knew it.
That's it.
They're really pushing that Lightning
That's
shit.
all they fucking have. There's no other USB port except for that one thing. How? Apple! What the fuck is wrong with you? You just drove away so many of your fans. I mean, but at least it looks nice. It looks nice.
That was a very thunderous engine for that car. It seems like it's par for the course for Apple nowadays. Like every keynote, there's just something else that they're doing that's a little questionable.
Oh, but it gets a lot better because I'm not done. They were pushing it really hard on this one new crazy thing that they added on their MacBook Pro called a touchpad on the top of their phone or on the top of their laptop.
Wait,
as you can see,
on the top right there. What the fuck am I looking at?
You're looking at a touchpad.
Why?
On top of the keyboard. Exactly. Why?
Why not have it?
Why do you need that?
I mean, if you're gonna have it, why not have it down in the bottom where everyone's used to there being touch implements?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess like maybe your wrist getting in contact with it.
But still, you don't need the touchpad on a fucking laptop.
I'm sure it does more stuff than what I just saw, but all I saw was just scrolling with it.
You can put emojis a lot easier. Ooh.
Scrolling and emojis.
Yeah,
a touchpad
dude.
used for scrolling and emojis.
Yeah.
It's one of those Yahoo taskbars that old people get tricked into installing into their web browser. Just in your fucking computer.
Except you don't have to install shit. It's already on your fucking laptop.
Pre-installed.
So yeah, if you have $2,600 to blow right off the bat for some piece of crap
for
laptop,
a touchpad.
Go ahead.
A touchpad that's less than a quarter inch in width.
So yeah, if you want that, MacBook Pro's out today, and the bigger sizes are coming out in 2 to 3 weeks. I highly recommend that you don't buy it.
Don't they have like 80 MacBook Pros? Isn't like every fucking
well,
laptop
they do have MacBook Pros,
Pro.
But what they're trying to do is that they're trying to get rid of the MacBook Air because it's apparently a lot lighter than the MacBook Air from the previous generation.
That's because they cut out,
so much shit.
They cut out all the hardware that would have been, dedicated to working
and
multiple
also,
USB ports.
If you want USB ports, you have to buy them separately. You have to connect it into one specific slot to get 4 USB ports. That's how Apple's tricking people now. That's so stupid.
See, then again, I'm an Android guy, so Apple, keep doing what you're doing because
now
you're just killing yourselves.
I like your iPhones, Apple. But just know, I'll never, ever buy your fucking MacBooks.
Oh, dude.
Ever.
That third baseman can't catch with shit. Oh, fucking Apple.
Like I said, it was just a softball game. Okay, we're gonna move on to something a lot worse. Vine, that's owned by Twitter, is shutting down. Now, the reason why they stated that it was shutting down is because not a lot of people are going on Vine anymore. The audience has dwindled.
Yeah, I could see that because you see like you see a lot of compilations on YouTube. So I'm thinking a lot of people who are seeing these Vines are seeing them off YouTube rather than off Vine. Yeah, I myself I've never gone on Vine.
Oh, but for me, I have seen a lot of funny shit on Vine, and let me tell you, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss those Spider-Man Vines for sure.
Yeah, bum bum.
Like, oh man, this was a sad moment. But at the same time, I'm not really surprised because there was a time where I just didn't go on Vine for like a good 2 months.
I'm just wondering what those people that are Vine stars in
I know
quotes,
that's what I was.
They're gonna do.
That's what I was curious about, like super big stars like King Bach and like Marlon Webb.
Yeah,
like they're fine because they switched to YouTube. They still make skits on YouTube, so they should be fine as it is. But I'm talking about people that specifically only post shit on Vine and nowhere else.
It's just
now that I feel really bad for them because what are they gonna do now that Vine's gone? Switch over to YouTube?
Pretty much, it's switched to YouTube. It's pretty much what they have to do.
Yeah, or
host their own websites,
or or just go to Instagram Video. But that's not as they don't get money. They don't.
That's something I even less about. I have not even looked at Instagram. I just know what the app icon looks for Instagram. That's all.
Oh, Instagram Video is basically Vine, but you can actually like
apply filters to your Vine.
Oh yeah. apply
That's
filters
all I know.
To it.
That's all I know. The infamous filters.
Yeah.
It's just because I've never had an urge to get on Instagram. I didn't even have an urge to get on Twitter until you fucking put me on it. So
yeah, well, wake up.
Wake.
Smell the coffee.
Wake up, Neo.
Come on, it's time for you to.
It's time for you to get
to present times. Wow, you fucking suck. She did not pick up the ball. She dropped it. Okay. Wow. Okay. Why am I? Okay.
It's just gonna be punctuated. I'm keeping an eye on the game. I'm interested. I mean, there's been a couple questionable plays, but
now let's move on to something a little better than the previous two shits that I was talking about. Let's talk about the golden turd of the group. I'm talking about Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ooh, baby!
You have no idea how many people have been waiting for this moment.
I'm one of them. Did you see any of my tweets that I sent
a lot
at
Rockstar?
At Rockstar,
lot.
Mine were very sexy. That's another drop right there.
She fucked up.
It's like she smacked it with the side of her glove and then high-fived. Why'd you high-five? That wasn't.
It's good sportsmanship. Come on, that's all it's about.
But no, dude. But did you see my tweets? Did you see my tweets to Rockstar?
Were you mainly specifically talking about how you need a Red Dead 2?
Yeah, because when I first sent those tweets, they hadn't announced it yet. They had released a picture of what looked like a cowboy standing in front of a sunset.
Oh, but what about before? It was just the Rockstar logo. It was just red.
Oh yeah,
and then they just had black text on it.
Yeah, so
everybody knew right off the bat that it was another Red Dead.
Yeah, like instantly. That's why I sent one of why I tweeted at him, stop fucking teasing, and just tell me the new Red Dead's coming so I can blow my load or some shit like that. Is what I said.
Oh Jesus, that's gross. So it's called Red Dead Redemption 2. Some people have stated, why did you call it Red Dead Redemption 2? Why couldn't you call it like Red Dead Rebellion or something like that, or Revenge? And to that, people say it's a legitimate continuation of Red Dead Redemption.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, what if it's Jack Marston?
Yeah, I have a feeling it has something to do with Jack Marston.
Because in Red Dead Redemption, you had to finish when you finished the game, and spoiler alert for those who haven't played Red Dead Redemption, but it's been years.
6 or 5 fucking years.
It was a last gen game. At the end, you play the entire game as John Marston, and at the end, you die. But Rockstar learned from Bethesda with Fallout 3, where things don't go over well in an open world game when you suddenly just end the game and you can't keep playing. So what they did was John Marston dies, and then, they have the little tie-up of the story, ending cutscene, and then you cut to several years in the future, and you take control of John's son, Jack, to keep playing. So you can keep running around the world doing what you want. And they add a couple more missions, a couple more story missions, where you eventually get revenge for your father on the crooked government official that, ended up killing him. Life. But yeah, so they did it really well. And I'm just thinking, Red Dead Redemption 2, maybe the entire game you're going to play as Jack Marston. Yeah, hopefully maybe a little older, because he did kind of have a little teen angst kind of deal going on when you were controlling him, and I wasn't a big fan of that. More of a fan of John. Mm-hmm. But I'll be happy to play as a Marston again. Oh yeah, I'm always down with the Marstons, as I would say. Down with the Marstons. They also released a teaser trailer, but that didn't really seem like much. Well, it's just showing the backgrounds, and everything looked nice. I really liked the scenery. It looked cool. This is coming from a normie. It looked cool. It looked nice. Love it. I need it. One line. Oh! One line. Oh, man. I can't wait for fall of 2017. One? Is that when I didn't see, actually. Oh, yeah. They released fall of 17? Their release window is fall of 2017 of next year, which was a lot sooner than I thought. Yeah. But then again, I'm not surprised if they start delaying it like they did with GTA 5 back when it was out on PS3 and 360. Well, I'm hoping they took another page out of, rather than learning from a Bethesda mistake, taking a page out of their book, rather, of where they're not announcing it until it's pretty much almost fucking done. That's what Bethesda does, is they announce the game, they announced Fallout 4 literally a month or two. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty close. It was close to release. To when it released. They didn't even release the game. They didn't even announce the game until it was almost ready to go gold. But then look what happened to Fallout 4. No one plays it anymore. It's a piece of crap. It's not. I mean, if you compare Fallout 4 to 3 in New Vegas, people would not say, "Oh, 4 is my favorite." Oh, she stopped that. That would have hurt. That's a Charlie horse waiting to happen. Yeah, but I mean, again, another problem with Bethesda is that the later games. Okay, this is going to be more about a thing about Skyrim than Fallout, but it ties into their whole deal. With the older games, has all this content. And then the newer ones kind of cut out some of that. They streamline certain parts that don't necessarily need to be streamlined. My main argument for this is Oblivion's guilds versus Skyrim's guilds. And Oblivion's guilds were so much better. There was so much more content in those guilds. There were so many more missions. They all had different stories, completely different. You had to work your way up through the ranks before you could get to the top. And then Skyrim came along and just basically said for all the guilds, oh, you're the chosen one for this guild. Oh, you're the chosen one for that guild. Oh, you're a grandmaster of all the guilds. Well, I guess you're the chosen for all those guilds. And it just came on you start at the bottom. Some shit happens. You fix the shit. Boom, you get catapulted to the top. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. Yeah. Drake predicted that. I mean, I have a lot more to argue about that, but I think we got time. What the fuck is going on? Whoa. The hell just happened there? What the It's the phone, dude. It's the phone. Oops. That was like putting a magnet to a to a computer. Note to self, never do that again. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, so let's move on. We kind of got a little sidetracked, but it was very interesting. We're going to move on to what Nintendo announced earlier this week with the Nintendo Switch. Yep, that everyone's talking about.
Oh, where do you even begin, Trevor?
Where do I begin?
Yeah,
I
where do you
begin
begin?
with I saw Skyrim on it, and my whole thing with Nintendo is one of the reasons Nintendo's always been falling behind, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of Nintendo fanboys be like, they're not far behind. They're good. They're good just the way they are. No, they're not. There's a reason why they're the lowest of the consoles right now, and probably the most floundering of the companies. Besides all the fact that the other companies have a lot more fingers and a lot more pies, but is that they didn't have a lot of third-party support.
Not at all.
Not
at all.
Nintendo was holding on to this idea. Because if you remember back in the N64 days, every game developed had to go through Nintendo, had to have the Nintendo seal of approval to be.
It had to be licensed.
It had to be
under
licensed
Nintendo.
by Nintendo.
Yeah.
To be released. And when I saw Skyrim on the Switch, it made me a little bit happy. Because I started thinking that maybe they're relaxing their iron grip position on third-party producers and
I mean, if you saw the list of people that are supporting the Nintendo Switch, it's a lot bigger than when they showed the third-party support for the Wii U, and
that absolute shit show known as the guy. She's got some mad hops. Look at that. He's bouncing around. Look, she is happy.
She is so ready to catch that ball.
But that's good. It's good that they have all that support, and it makes me think that they'll actually stand somewhat of a chance. Nice fumble. Oh, nice, nice. Right over.
This is why the Dodgers lost, by the way. You're a prime example why we lost. You piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
I'm just kidding.
No, that wasn't nice.
That was very mean of me.
Yeah. I don't think that it's going to be as massively successful as Nintendo thinks it's going to be. They have some really high predictions for like launch window, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to outsell the Wii U, of course, definitely. That's not exactly a hard thing to do. But I don't think it's going to have the massive acceptance right off the bat that they think it is. Maybe it'll build it. It's not going to happen.
I'm already on board with the Nintendo Switch because of the fact they finally got over. They're done with the era of motion control, and it's just controller based only.
That being said,
that is a big okay. I am pleasured by their choice.
But dude, they sold a lot of Wiis.
This was back in 2007 when we all thought, "Oh my goodness, motion control's so revolutionary."
Motion controls really helped them. Like that was a really
big
boom.
I'm not gonna lie, it did. But for the Wii U, not so much. I mean, have you checked out the battery life on their gamepad? It's garbage.
Yeah.
Which brings me to another thing. I kind of worry about what the battery life's going to be on the Nintendo Switch's gamepad.
It's so small too.
It's small, but
the thing is, it's not even a gamepad. That thing is the console.
That's the system. Yeah.
That's the system. Like it's a tiny little thin. I don't imagine anyone listening to this doesn't know what the Nintendo Switch looks like by now, but it's like a tiny little LCD TV screen that you can connect controllers onto the side of and play on it, and that's the entire and there's a dock that when you put it into the dock, it transfers the picture to your TV, but that's all the dock is used for. Every component of the console itself is inside that tiny thin little screen.
And not to mention, there is no discs. It's just SD card.
Yeah, it's I
gotta admit, they hold a lot more memory than a disc, don't they? An SD card, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It's a digital format, yeah. Rather than a physical one.
So I guess that would be the future right there.
Yeah, a lot more data.
I like that.
Yeah, but see, if they can utilize the data, that's the problem. But the thing is, I mean, if they can play Skyrim on it, I'm pretty sure that's a huge market step up from
their typical children's
from
games.
the Wii U.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're marketing more adult-like games now instead of just, oh, here's a new Mario. I mean, here's another Mario Kart. Here's another like Mario platformer, and they're gonna have like gonna zoom into kids being like, oh, here's another Wii Sports game.
They are gonna.
I mean, yeah, I know they are, but like they actually showed a lot more different games. Like
that's
NBA,
true. That's true. But to think
weird.
Nintendo's gonna drop their golden cows is no. They're gonna make more. They're making another version. I watched a breakdown video where that version of Mario Kart they showed was slightly different than the normal one, which means they're making a version. I think Mario Kart 8, whatever. What was the last one? 8?
Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8. They're just making a
remastered
Nintendo Switch version. Yeah.
So, and if you actually look closely, you could see that King Boo was a playable character.
Oh yeah, different characters and stuff.
That was fucking cool.
Yeah, so battery life is gonna be an issue.
I mean, we can't really know for sure now, but they said that we'll have a lot more information on it when it's January. I did like seeing that bit in the video of them of the dude taking it on the airplane. Yeah, that was cool.
Seems cool. That seems, you know what? I just got back from going to Utah and had 2 shitty flights. Like the first one having to give up my fucking window seat so I could sit next to a really fat, like woman who smelled and was knitting, and sit in an aisle seat just because so a dude could sit next to his wife. I booked 10 weeks. Not 10 weeks. I booked 10 days.
Damn,
10 weeks. Prepared. I was prepared. I booked 10 days in fucking advance for that seat. And then this dude who like probably booked last minute, just because I'm a nice fucking guy, I give up the seat so his wife can sit next to him, and I'm uncomfortable the entire fucking flight. I really wish I just told him to fuck off. But
that's not you. That's not how you roll.
Not me.
You're a nice guy.
That's not me.
Hey, I know you guys are in a relationship, but wow. Way to be professional, Trevor.
Sorry, that's my phone.
Didn't put your phone on silent before we started?
I didn't. That was completely my fart.
That was your fart indeed.
But the guy, 2 shitty flights. Would have been a lot more awesome if I had a fucking whole console there with me. I could play fucking Skyrim on the plane. You kidding me? I would. If that plane crashed, I'd die happy.
Man, even the fact that in the video he just took the 2 slots out and he was just playing Skyrim with his hands. That's kind of weird.
It actually makes, now that I think about it, I'm actually getting, at first I was like Nintendo Switch, and now I'm actually getting excited thinking about it. Thinking about just specifically taking it on a fucking plane. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy a Switch, and then I'm gonna book a couple flights.
Just so
and only play it on the plane.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Going to a Nintendo Switch.
Just to get that experience.
Jesus.
I did think that was cool, though, that you took the fucking things off, and it still uses controllers. You just have basically a TV in front of you now, and you're just sitting back, like lounging while playing with the controllers in your hand.
I looked at the resolution, and one of the guys said it was 720p, but it was an LCD screen. Kind of weird, but I'm not really. Yeah, it's not gonna be like, oh, it's 4K resolution.
Yeah, I know, but
tiny 7-inch screen.
Yeah, but fuck, dude. In today's day and age, a 720p resolution is.
I mean, for me,
almost
that's
unexcusable.
Fine. But to like daily consumers that only rely on like, I need 1080p, or if not, I need 4K resolution. That alone's like, that's crap. That's like comparing, I don't know, 480p to like 360p or 240p.
Ugh.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not too bothered by it at all, really.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for that size, 720 is more. I don't know. Call me a fucking resolution queen. It's 720. I mean, that screen's big enough to where 720 is noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
Like phones and stuff. Yeah, your mobile phone rendering YouTube videos at 720. No big deal. It's a small fucking screen. Not as visible of a difference, but
a Nintendo Switch.
But a Nintendo Switch
having 720p resolution. But this is all just talk. We won't even know until they actually announce it and talk more. Or
That
not
is
announce
true.
it.
That is true. We are only working on
It's only been a
single,
week.
a single
3-minute video.
And
yeah. So many people are already saying, "What about this? What about that?" Just wait until
wait a second.
they talk more about it in January.
I'm
guys.
willing to give it a shot because I have not owned a Nintendo console since the GameCube. That was my last Nintendo console.
That was, I mean, in my opinion, that was probably the best Nintendo
Yeah, it was
console.
awesome. Yeah, it was a great console. Too bad it didn't sell that much. It was one of my favorites. A lot of my favorite games are on there. Oh yeah, and then of course, I guess we overstepped a huge thing that everyone probably screaming at us right now to say something about. The new Zelda.
Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild.
The new Zelda. Holy crap, we are fogging up.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna defog it once this is over.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about the new Zelda. It looks like a new Zelda, and Zeldas look
it
like
just looks
Zeldas.
like an open world Zelda game that's like kind of mixed with Dark Souls.
We don't even know how much open world though, because like they say open world, but really Zelda's been open world since fucking Ocarina of Time.
But they say that the map was actually pretty big compared to the other ones.
Yeah, I heard comparisons between it and Skyrim. I would be very impressed
if it was as big as Skyrim.
If yes, the world.
Skyrim's map is pretty fucking huge.
Exactly.
And not an average person would look at every nook and cranny of Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
I mean, there's still people. Oh, look, the ball's right there, right in front of us, front row seat.
Good job. Good job.
That was a good throw. That guy's got an arm. But if Hyrule or wherever he is in this instance,
in this
timeline, yeah, if it's as big as Skyrim, I'll be happy.
I'm down with the sickness.
This
is coming from me. I am not.
Where's the whole Dark Souls comparison come from, though?
I think weapon durability and like the combat. I think that's what people say. I don't know. They just compared it to they just compared it to Dark Souls, and they just said a couple things. I'm like, well, that could be used for many games, but I guess since Dark Souls is a really popular game,
I'm gonna say something really controversial right now that I've told other Legend of Zelda fans and stuff, and no one ever agrees with me. I would like to see
a Legend of Zelda cooking game.
Exactly. Legend of Zelda cooking mama. Cooking mama in that cap. No, I'd like to see them give Link a voice.
That would be cool.
I mean, like everyone's like, no, he's supposed to be silent. Yeah, but the whole reason behind a silent protagonist is so you can put yourself in his shoes, so you can more directly relate. But the thing is, Link's such an iconic character. He's no longer relatable. He's Link. He's not a proxy of you. He's Link.
Oh, but Link's had a voice before.
No. We do not talk about those CDI fucking games.
Boy, it sure is boring around
or that
here.
animated show.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. That was a really bad pass.
Yeah. I'm talking some good fucking voice.
Not good, but good.
Good.
Because there's a big difference between good and good.
Like, I don't want to say Nolan North because he's in everything, but like something of that quality.
No, not Matthew Mercer? Not Tina Strong? You don't want Tina Strong?
Not fucking Drake.
You don't want you don't want Drake? No Kanji? Don't want Timmy Turner?
Dude, Nathan Drake. I mean, fucking Nolan North. Fucking Nolan North is half the video game voices in the industry right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people would know right off the bat if Nolan North voiced in a game or not. But hey,
Link played by Nolan North.
And at that point, half of the people would be like, "Oh, that's kind of cool," and the other half would be like,
"No,
what? What the fuck? Out of everyone that you picked, why him?"
I think Nintendo, it's time. It's time you stop trying to make Link a proxy of the player because he's already got his own personality. He's no longer like that just blank slate that we can project ourselves on. So flush him out. Give him more.
Flush him out.
Flush him out. Give him more.
Hey,
give him a story.
If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown,
Flush it down.
If it's green, then you scream. If it's red, well, you're dead.
I was always told, yeah. I was always told green.
I made up those two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I was always told
I used to
green
say
was
that a lot
healthy.
during summer camp in 6th grade because I always see this message when I'm about to use the bathroom. It's like, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. And be like, fuck that. I'm going to flush it down no matter what it is.
Wait, they really had that in your elementary school? Like
No, not in my elementary school, but when I went to summer camp.
Oh.
Or like science camp. Sorry. not summer
Oh,
camp.
okay. That's why. I was about to say, that's an elementary school that's like teaching you bad habits.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm talking about like at science camp.
Yeah, science camp, they've got, water issues and stuff like that. So
Yeah, but I still flushed it down anyway.
You wasted water.
I didn't fucking care. I was in 6th grade.
You killed a bear.
No, we saw a fucking bear.
So did I.
We saw a tiny
So did
bear
I.
that was like going after one of the kids. I was like, oh shit.
That dude dead.
Surprisingly, no, he's still alive. The
He's-
bear was actually scared since there are a lot more people around the bear.
Really? I saw a bear too because you went to Camp Highland, right?
Oh, who hasn't gone to
I think
Camp Highland?
everyone went
Everyone's
there.
gone to Camp
Everyone
Highland.
went to Camp Highland.
If you're in the Southern California area and you had to go to summer camp, you
went
most
to
likely
Camp
went to Camp Highland.
Yeah, exactly. I also saw a bear when I went there in 6th grade. It was just sitting there fucking like licking its nuts, and we were all the boy cabins, because like it was one of the male cabin leaders that saw it and decided to wake up all the boy cabins because he specifically said the girls would make too much noise and scare it away.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so he brought us all, and we're just all like sitting with like our chins on a fence, just staring at this bear pleasure himself like 30 yards away from us.
And everyone's all quiet, and then you just hear someone in the background going like, "It's the nut shack. It's the nut shack."
It was literally like 25 to 30 young boys watching a bear masturbate. That bear's on a
The
list.
counselor wants you to embrace this wonderful thing called nature. Hey, yo, this bear's just scratching his balls, man. What's so great about that? It's nature. Embrace it. There's another funny story that I had with fucking science camp.
Yeah.
It was our counselor took us to like one of those fake caves to tell us a very scary story. I didn't care. I just I want to sleep. All right. I'm at sleep deprived mode. I did not give a fuck. So we were all sitting down. We were all crowded in like the tiny fake cave, and one of my classmates went up to me, was like, "Dude, I really need to fart." I'm like, cool, man. I don't care.
Know that.
I don't care. So he was telling us the story, and not even 2 minutes into the fucking story, everyone's all quiet. And you hear, At that point, when I'm sleep deprived and I hear something funny, I just fucking lose it. I was cracking up so much, which caused everyone inside the fake cave to crack up. All the kids were cracking up except the counselor. He was pissed. He was so mad.
How dare you?
Let's call the guy who farted Brian. It's
Brian, okay.
Okay, Brian.
Fucking Brian.
Brian, I need you to leave the cave right now. What you did was very disrespectful. Brian was like, but I really needed to fight. And then he interrupted him. He's like, Brian, just go outside, okay?
I need you to leave the cave.
He made him leave because he farted. Apparently, it was such a great story that it just ruined the flow. That was probably the most memorable moment of science camp back in 6th grade. It was so fucking funny.
Oh, that's better than my stories. All my stories have we just started like an inter-school war.
Oh, Brian.
There were some kids from Orange County, and they're at the same time as us, and we were beach kids, and
They're
shit
the
like
inland
that.
kids.
And they're the inland kids, and we thought we were so much better, to the point where the counselors had to like make announcements at fucking meal times, like, we're not gonna stand for this shit. Like, don't talk to each other, basically.
Oh my god, it's segregation.
Yeah, basically. And
Beach kids stay on this side. The fucking OC kids, you piece of shits, go on the other side. I am not gonna deal with this.
It literally was. Yeah, we'd pass each other. We'd have like groups of beach kids, groups of sand kids, and we'd pass by each other and just yell insults and heckles at each other.
That doesn't even sound too bad. That doesn't sound like it's
I know.
serious.
That wasn't like the worst of it.
Thing.
That was just how we dealt with not being allowed to basically interact.
Uh-huh.
We were also like our cabin groups weren't mixed. We were kept apart as well.
Wow, that must have been a huge problem. Okay, look, I like you can hear the counselors inside their cabins are like, all right. Shit. There's two different schools. All right, they're gonna come in, and they're like, all right, then what's the big deal? One of them is from the beach. Okay, that's cool. One of them's from Orange County. Oh,
Mother of God.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Everyone's probably thinking these stupid little white kids think they're hard.
They're hardcore.
They're hard,
from the
dude.
inland area.
No, I was just talking about all of us. All of us just fronting on each other.
You guys are sixth graders. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Exactly.
You are not hard. None of you are. Go back to playing with Legos. Go back to like taking massive diarrhea dumps in the middle of like a field and act like, that's funny. I just made a Lincoln log out here.
I just fertilized this flower.
What it is, fertilize.
Why did I go Mexican? Like, why did I get?
Why would you go with the Hispanic accent?
I don't know. I don't know why
I'm conflicted right now.
I'm conflicted. Yeah, I don't know. The scary thing my counselor did for us was, he didn't take us into a cave, as much as I wish. So I could have been the one to fart. But
Trevor,
yeah.
Please kindly leave.
I would love you to leave the cave.
I would love to.
I would
scent is aerating around the cave right now. People are starting to cough. Jesus.
It's my inner German.
These fucking kids. God, I hate my job.
No, the scary thing he did for us is he took us out at midnight down this road. And this road was lined like super close on every side by trees that went up and then like made a canopy over. Uh-huh. So like during the day it'd be very beautiful, but at night
it's a whole different ball game.
It's a whole different ball game. And then he stood there like it's literally like imagine the road in Lord of the Rings when Frodo looks down the road and it extends right before the ring wraiths come, when they're leaving the Shire. That's how it was like, but at night. And he stops us and he says, all right, I'm going to walk down there. You guys stay there. And you guys follow me one at a time when I flash this light. And he just walked down.
And at that point you're like, wait, what?
What? And yeah, so 9 out of 10 of the kids just fucking sprinted. When that light went, they just took off.
I'm going home. I'm going back to my cabin. Fuck this. Okay. We got way off track, but was fucking hilarious.
That was great.
So we're going to talk about what's next on our list. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, again, are coming out on PlayStation 4 in glorious 60 frames per second on March of next year.
I'm gonna have to get them because I actually have not played the Kingdom Hearts games myself.
You need to start with Kingdom Hearts 1.
I know this whole story. I've watched all the it's getting hot in here. Mm-hmm. I've watched like breakdowns of the storyline. Like Game Trailers had a really awesome one. It's literally like 45 minutes of them just going through the story from beginning to end. Right through his legs. Holy crap, that ball is gone. Home run. There's no one even running. What the fuck was that? That was just him sucking at catching. Yeah.
Please continue.
Yeah, I need I'm gonna need to play them. I'm gonna need to play them firsthand. Do that Sephiroth fight.
Now, I did buy 1.5 and 2.5 on PS3. Finished most of them. Because fuck Chain of Memories. I hate that game so much. Card-based RPG? Are you fucking kidding me? No.
Like Batten Ketos?
Yeah, no.
For anyone who remembers that.
Yeah, like, no, suck my ass. I'm not doing that. So I skipped that one. But I enjoyed it so much, and when I found out this morning that they're releasing it again, but with both with both 1.5 and 2.5 on one disc, I'm probably gonna get it again.
Yeah,
that's the Square Enix way. They love re-releasing the shit that's already been remastered
because
from a previous gen to a current gen.
Because it takes them like 10 years to make a game,
but it takes them like less than 6 months for them to like polish and remaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Like brilliant.
They just do all these remasters to keep us placated in between Final Fantasy releases.
That and we're waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 as well.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3.
So I'm okay with it.
Like,
I don't care.
How long ago was Final Fantasy 15 announced?
It was announced in like 2007?
Yeah, before it was even called Final Fantasy 15.
What was it called? Final Fantasy 13 Versus or something?
Yeah, it had a Versus in the name. They Versus. And it's like 2007. It's taken them almost 10 years to make it. It's literally it's like fucking Duke Nukem Forever length of development time.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as Duke Nukem Forever.
Of course. Well, actually, we don't know yet. We haven't played the game because I remember when that demo came out, when it first came out, the Platinum demo or whatever. People hated the combat so much that Square Enix was like, well, all right, we're completely changing the combat system, working it up from the ground up. We heard your criticisms.
But that's a good thing because
a good thing.
They're
very good
they're
thing.
actually responding to their fans, and they want to please their fans in the best way they can. They waited almost 10 fucking years for this game? 9 years. Like, people wait almost a decade for this game, and they want it to be perfect.
At this point, they should just make their own consoles.
Yeah, right? Right? Be like the next Sega. Square Enix. Just make your own consoles. Make them exclusive on that. Lose a lot more money than Sega did. Make another Sleeping Dogs. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Too bad their developer went under.
Ugh.
But again, you never know if they'll make another Sleeping Dogs. They could just sell the IP.
It'll probably just be under a different name. I mean, I guess I'm okay with that.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be under a different name. They just sell the IP to a different developer, and it's still called Sleeping Dogs 2. It's just done by someone else. Kind of like, Halo.
With Bungie to 343.
Yeah, 343. Yeah. And it's still called Halo, but it's a different developer.
That makes total sense. Okay. Now, since it's Halloween, and I'm probably going to be releasing this on Halloween night, I know I'm fucking filming this on a Thursday, but it's time that we told you guys a little scary story Trevor and I experienced.
All true.
This is all true.
All true.
We were actually legitimately terrified for our lives at that very moment.
A thing that happened to both of us.
I was surprised that we actually left unscathed. Okay, now this is the story of the Zipperman. We called him the Zipperman. We'll explain it to you in a minute. So, it was just me and Trevor just chilling, hanging out near the beach side, playing some Ingress. Back at the time when we actually thought Ingress was I still think Ingress is cool, but
yeah, the
idea it was good. But at the time we were super obsessed with it.
Yeah, we had an Ingress phase.
We all had that phase when we just played nothing but Ingress. So we were it was 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night, I think. I'm not too sure. It was super late, and we were just walking to one specific area with a little bike path that was heading to the beach side, and all of a sudden we just heard a loud zipping noise. It was like a Beyblade.
Exactly
it was like a Beyblade. A really loud Beyblade. And then Trevor and I looked at each other. We're like, what the fuck was that? Did you hear that? And he's like, yeah, I heard that too. And then through the corner of our eyes, we noticed two girls walking down that bike path. No later than 30 seconds later, we just heard a loud scream and a pop. We're like, holy shit.
Sounded like a 20, like, I mean, it sounded like a 22, a gunshot, a small caliber gunshot. And the scream came too. Like, I only think that because it postseeded a scream. Like,
it sounded like a gunshot. Like, we were freaking out. I was like, oh shit, why am I still here? And Trevor is having like a fucking hippie face. He's like, oh man, I don't want to be here, man. I can't get out of here,
saying man a lot.
He was saying the word man a lot. Just like how I said the word absolutely a lot in episode 0.
Yeah.
It was that bad. We were fucking terrified. So we just started to walk away a little bit because we were waiting for our friend Ken because he said he wanted to play Ingress with us. And no later than 5 minutes after that loud popping noise, a second zip sound happened. It was zip!
And we got the fuck out of
and
there.
And at that point, we're like, okay, you know what? I'm done playing Ingress for that. I want to go home. I'm like, I am not going to kill myself just to play some fucking Ingress.
Just some
dude
asshole playing Beyblades and shooting people down there. I mean,
yeah, in the fucking beachside at 11:30 or 10 o'clock at night. Come on, man. It was a weeknight, too.
You can't play Beyblades that
Come on, you got school in the morning. What are you, stupid?
Fucking... But yeah, jokes aside, it was legitimately terrifying. There was no one else around us other than those two girls.
We were scared.
That walked by us.
And we never saw them again.
Never saw them again, but then again, we didn't stick around to, potentially see them again.
Oh, exactly.
We kind of got out.
Moral of the story, I got a fucking parking ticket. So that was...
That's true! We returned to your car to get a parking ticket.
So it just made matters much worse, because at that time, I did not have a lot of money, so I looked at it, I was like, God damn it.
we escaped
impending death, just to find out I get a fucking parking ticket for $65. I'm like, come on! Why?
Well, why? Is because our meter ran out 2 minutes prior.
We didn't even know. Like, I'm like, wow, look at all these parking spaces near the beach. These guys are stupid.
Yeah.
Turns out, you're supposed to park after 10 o'clock. So yeah, this was a wild week in both video games and a very terrifying one. Now that we reminisce about the bad times we had playing Ingress and encountering with the noise of the Zipperman,
who still haunts us to this day. I feel his presence ever looming.
Oh yeah, especially when we're going to the beach.
Oh yeah, and at night. It's night right now.
It's night right now.
If we were to go by the beach, I guarantee you we'd hear a zip.
Oh no,
that dude's waiting. That dude's waiting for us.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the beach.
Yeah, I just want to go get some food.
Yeah, I want some food. So, on that note, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
And God bless. Stay away from the Zipperman.
Yeah.
Bye.